We watched it!
So story was about a guy by the name of George, who, by the way, was an amazing actor.
Really
he acted so well throughout the whole story. And it started off with like his teen love, then all of a sudden went into like his like early adulthood, so like in like 20s, I would say, because he was like in college.
Right.
That love life, and then later on, like in his 30s or so, with another girl. But it just, nothing was working out for him. It felt like such a struggle through each like time
and
period.
it really changed him.
Exactly.
That really changed each breakup really changed him from who he was.
Yeah.
What was your favorite like part?
I didn't have an exact favorite part.
Not favorite part yet. What was your favorite like that his teenager what was your favorite love story of each?
My favorite love story would have to be I don't know, when he falls in love with the teacher, I think.
Yes,
I think he was
too.
just really like, you know, like the badass.
That could really happen because
Exactly.
I remember I had a crush on my teacher too in India, but I was never this extreme.
Just going back to the beginning, like with his early what was it, like he was in the teens and
her name was Mary.
Mary, that was her name, and he was just in love with her. It was funny. The funny thing is, each time the friends were always around.
Yes, that was like
That
the
was
main
hilarious.
thing throughout the whole movie.
Yes.
Thick and thin, those two friends were always with him,
around,
like advising him what to do, what not to do, and just like, you know, like being there for him, like, you know, like you can, that really like proves like, you know, like for brotherhood, like girls comes and go, but the brotherhood like you know
stays stronger. And just that love story, the actress, she was so cute. I don't know her name, Mary. She was adorable. I just loved her. Yeah. And the fact that, you know, he was trying so hard to get her, and he just couldn't get her, and that really did resemble how teenagers are. I feel like in the beginning, like still trying to figure out things.
And the real thing is like when they go through the first breakup in like teenager year,
it's the hardest.
They think my life is over. I'm never gonna be able to find love again.
Yeah.
But they move on, and that's what they show in the movie too. Like life moves on, and eventually he finds someone else, and which was the teacher.
Yeah.
And like they both fall in love. That was like really beautiful. Like they both fall in love, and she teaches him how to dance and everything. That part when they all all three of them are standing in an auditorium, they're waiting for Malar to like show them how to dance, and she just like start dancing, and they're like look at them like, wow, we didn't know she could dance. That was just like really like one of the like really my favorite part.
I know, that was like very nice. And that love scene, or that section, I would say, is that it was just sad how the tragic scene happened with her and stuff like that. So you finally found that love, and then something tragic happened, and it just
she lost her memory.
They went different ways once again.
But that part when like he goes to her house, and she obviously she doesn't have any memory, so she doesn't recognize him. And that part when he comes out, he breaks down. And again, like his friends were there to like, you know, console him and everything. That was such a like powerful scene. Like I kind of like broke down a little. That was a powerful scene.
And then I would say the most interesting part was towards the end when he was like in his 30s or so, and how that girl came back around. I thought that was so cool how they linked Celine.
Oh wow!
How they linked Celine back to like his like I don't know.
Because she was the little girl who used to walk home with Mary.
Exactly. And that was like a shocker. I was like, what?
That was very clever. That was very clever of the director, because they never put it out there that the third girl could be like, you know,
anybody
her.
Or just
I thought it was somebody else, and I actually thought the girl who walks in at the bakery at the end, that was like some girl, but how they connected it together,
that was just beautiful.
Was very cool.
That was
really
awesome.
Cool.
It's like she even said in there that I remember I used to talk to you when
exactly.
So they've talked so much, and they've known stuff about each other so much.
Exactly. And they finally found out that was the girl who used to walk with Mary. And the movie goes back to a little flashback, and they show them talking, and like, you know, she's a little girl, and he's like in his like teens, and he's asking her, you think they're gonna get married? And you know, so they actually had conversation when, you know, like back then.
Exactly. So he had like this conversational bond with this person.
Exactly.
But at that time, that relationship like had no meaning, or there was nothing
not
there.
At all.
There was nothing there.
Not at all.
And then how that twist and turn, and how that becomes a meaningful relationship, that was beautiful.
And how like, you know, he was trying to find love in like all the wrong places.
Exactly. And it was there the whole time.
It was there the whole time. And that part is crazy. And one of the shocker at that really like man moment was when Malar comes back at the end, and his friend goes like, "Who invited her?" And he says Selena did. And then she comes back, and you know, she congratulates him and shakes hand and everything, and she leaves, and her husband say, "Why didn't you tell him?" Because she remembers him now. Her like memory came back and everything, and her answer like was it perfect. Like, you know, I'm so glad she did that. Her answer was, he seemed happy.
Exactly.
I think that's what it comes up. It comes down to, like, you know, he was happy. Like, not like she lost her chance. It was unfortunate. Like, you know,
it was not like a selfish kind of a love that, okay, no, now that I want him back or anything like that.
But she was married too. She was married, so she didn't want to, like, you know, ruin like everyone's life.
Exactly.
So her answer was like, her reply was just like perfect. That like was like, oh man,
I know.
She remembers now. She has to let go. And also there was another moment when she's like walking out. She looks back to look at him for the last time, and she sees like them two connected, like Selena and they're like talking to each other and laughing and everything. As soon as she turns back, George turns and looks at her for the one last time, and he sees her back.
I know.
That was just like, oh man.
It was just so beautiful. Once again, this story was just so amazing. It felt so real life. Some things anyone, I'm sure everyone can relate to something like
whoever
this.
Whoever went through a breakup in life can relate to it.
Or have fallen in love with someone, or things did not work out, or things did work out. Just a whole bunch of like, it was kind of like a whole bunch of mixed emotions. Like in a sense that like so many things were going on, and like you're like, oh my gosh, like this happened to me once, or like I've been through this before. Like you can just relate to it. So,
but also the music. But obviously we didn't understand when the songs were coming on. We were reading all the subtitles. But I want to mention the background music, especially when in the second part when he was falling in love with the teacher.
Oh, beautiful.
That music like stayed with you. You know the movie worked when a music stays with you when you finish watching it. You still like humming that little part. The movie works when, after you're done watching it, you're still thinking about the story.
Exactly.
You're still thinking about all the characters. Still thinking about George living somewhere, happily married and everything.
Or you're waiting for what's next, you know? Like throughout the whole time, exactly. I was so hooked on that I was like, okay, well, what's next? What's next? But even at the end, I was like, what's next?
And the funny thing is, I'm still thinking about it. Like I'm still thinking about the movie, the songs and everything. I want to go back and listen to that little humming. But also, thanks to one of our subscribers who told us today is actually a whole 1 year of Premam.
Oh.
So this exact date last year, Premam released.
Yay!
And so like, what's a perfect like this?
I know.
This video is a perfect timing.
I know.
And it worked out. So thank you guys for recommending this. Like one of the great movies. I would put it like on one of my favorite movies, like exactly on top.
Definitely,
and
all worth it.
Like not even just Malayalam, but like overall, like my favorite movie, like Premam has to be like up there.
Yeah,
it really worked for me a lot.
Yes, and I enjoyed it myself. Like once again, it was one of those movies that were well written, well directed, the cinematography great, and everything. Music was beautiful. Just I couldn't find anything in there that I was just like, well, what's wrong with it or anything like that. I was so hooked onto it. So I loved it.
Also interesting about it, this movie was real moneymaker. This movie made a lot of money
without a trailer.
Exactly.
Look at
a lot of people told us there was no trailer about it, and they didn't really release any trailer, and they just released the movie. And I'm sure they released posters, but oh my god, like.
Wow, amazing.
But Malayalam movies are something else. Like,
I know.
Cinema is like really new to us. It's like amazing.
That was our honest movie review to Premam. Once again, we loved it. Double thumbs up from us.
Thumbs up, both of us.
And keep commenting, keep liking and subscribing, and thank you all.
Bye guys. And I'm looking forward to watching that movie, Jacob's Sword.
Yes.
It's still in theater, and it didn't release in the United States. I don't think exactly where we live, it didn't release. So I'm still waiting for like a print to come out online and something like that. So I really am eager to watch that movie. Got really good reviews, and also a lot of our subscribers told us to watch a movie called Mumbai Police.
Yes, I heard that. I saw that in a lot of the comments. Yeah.
And also Drishyam. Drishyam is a remake. Oh no, sorry. Drishyam was a Malayalam movie, and it was a remake with Ajay Devgan. You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
So one of our subscribers told us, even though it's the same concept, but they changed a lot. So I want to watch the original one. Let's watch the original one.
Definitely.
So the next reviews, I'm sure, is either Mumbai Police or Drishyam gonna be next.
Yes, for sure.
And whenever Jacob Swarg movie releases, I'm looking forward to watch that movie. I'm looking forward to watch that Dulquer movie. The one we did. I think the movie just released a couple of days ago, but it didn't release here. So also, whenever it comes out, I'm gonna watch it.
So we definitely do have a list of our movie reviews that we are definitely gonna present to you guys. It's just a matter of when they come out or when we get a proper copy where we have subtitles and whatnot.